This video is about the neighborhood unit, character areas, and compatible uses. The neighborhood unit. This is where we are going to emphasize on building workable region, workable communities. Now, this is an example of mixed-use development, and uh, basically we promote the preferred choice of movement among the region, among the communities by walking to different facilities such as shops, schools, bus stops, amongst others. The neighborhood unit can provide a useful organizing device, but this only can be possible when it is overlain on an integrated movement framework and conceived as a piece of a town or a city whose activities they normally overlap. This is to move away from what we see on large-scale projects and hence such a neighborhood, they are sort of designed as disconnected entities. It is also to move away from estates and layouts, terms which in themselves serve to emphasize single-use and mostly segregated uh, entities. A widely used benchmark is for mixed development neighborhoods to cover a radius, a walking radius of 400 meters, which is equivalent to around 4 to 5 minutes of walk, right? Now, in terms of area that we basically cover under this norm, it is going to be approximately around 50 hectares. Now, our next point is character areas. Now, in many towns and cities, there is scope for strengthening existing neighborhoods where identity is based on a particular activity or mixed. For example, a marketplace or even the neighborhood can be constructed around a campus. Now, basically in doing so, we're devising areas with specific character. Such character areas can reinforce local identity and hence serve as a marketing tool to raise the profile within that region. Now, these may relate to predominant uses, historic association, or ethnic composition. For example, in every country around the world, we see a Chinatown. Now, identify whether the project relates to a particular character area. If this is the case, to be the case, consider the implications for use mix, building forms, and design of open spaces. Can new themes be added or particular existing attributes strengthened further? So these are questions you normally ask when it comes to those character area. Compatible uses maximize synergy and minimize conflicts. Now, it is inevitable to note that diversity normally brings some conflicts. Existing places demonstrate that most activities can live harmoniously side by side. All right. Indeed, it is a positive virtue of many well-established places where a whole melee of sights, sounds, and smells give uniqueness and character to that space or region. But different users have different needs. Not all mixes are appropriate. No one wants a car breaker's yard backing onto a park, and some uses are better located in single-use blocks. So these are examples of how we can maximize synergy. But as we can see, inevitably we happen to meet to have conflicts in doing so. In considering the widest possible mix of uses that can be introduced to add vitality, an economic feasibility study should be undertaken so as to check the viability. This should be undertaken in conjunction with an evaluation of the relative compatibility between the proposed uses and their immediate existing neighborhoods. Then, each use positioned to promote compatibility and ultimately avoid conflict. High traffic generators such as distribution warehousing complexes, for instance, are best located close to motorway junctions and railheads in order to minimize conflicts with uh, traffic inside that particular locality. Now, what about combining primary activities within a particular region? Now, such endeavor, that is, combining the primary activities of living and working, supports a greater variety of secondary facilities, such as commercial, entertainment, leisure, and community-based uh, businesses or facilities. Grouping the main elements of these palette of uses to be accommodated with the help to make a place. I mean, basically with the intent to make a place, right? Sorry for that. Now, within core areas, lessons can be learned from the design of shopping centers where users are positioned to concentrate pedestrian flows by spacing anchor stores a maximum of about 250 meters apart. Now, this is a thumb rule that can be incorporated in commercial design